So I am going to paint a bush veld today of the incredible Soutpansberg region. And for this painting, I am using two distinct photographs. This one shows a view of the mountains, and the second photograph shows more the trees and the topography of the bush veld, with some of the mountains there in the background. So my thought was to fuse these two pictures together into an 800 by 600 canvas, and my idea is to create a spiral shape type composition. I'm using the tree on the right hand side and bringing that closer, and the mountains gives me a nice diagonal leading to that tree. Let's begin. So I'm doing my initial sketch in, just using a rigger brush. I'm not sure what number it is, and a little bit of solvent medium and some burnt umber and Van Dyke brown paint. And then I start with the block in, using a 2-inch flat brush, a square brush, just to get those big shapes going. Using a little bit of cerulean blue and a little bit of blue-gray for the sky. The sky has got that cerulean blue feel to it, but also has a bit of a grayness to it. And then a little bit more blue-gray with buff titanium for the clouds. Just a very soft block in. We keep the colors quite somber at this phase because we just want to see where everything is going to be. Nice, big, simple shapes is what we're looking for. Then I will use some ultramarine blue, some permanent magenta, and a little bit of Van Dyke brown for the mountains. And then I just use a dark color for the bushes there. And for the tree, I am using Van Dyke brown with a little bit of cadmium orange, and I'm just bringing about those basic branches. So for my foreground, again, just some buff titanium, cadmium yellow, cadmium orange, a little bit of Van Dyke brown mixed together. And then I just want to use broken color, like I would use more cadmium orange in the foreground here and more cadmium deep there in the middle ground. Just painting that in with a nice coarse brush, and then I'll mix a little bit of buff titanium, Van Dyke brown, and a little bit of burnt umber and primary magenta in for the darks there in the foreground, and the shadows are there by the tree as well. We're now going into the second phase of the painting, where I am doing more modeling, figuring out the light dynamic through the painting, and sometimes they can be quite difficult to actually see where the light is coming from in the painting. I would bring about a more nuanced approach to my lights and my darks in this phase. Once I've got my first layer, the blocking layer, finished, I can then go in and just start working deeper with the darks and lighter with the lights, and it really makes it easy to have that foundation and just work all those values back and forth on a solid foundation that you know is going to help carry the light and everything else you put down on this painting. So when it comes to bushveld trees and trees in general, I really love the bushveld and all these characteristic, beautiful, rugged trees and rugged terrain of the bush. And I would use negative spaces between my branches. I especially focus on the spacing, rather than actually just drawing the branches. It helps to bring about structure and character into these trees, and it really holds them together and makes every tree look unique and characteristic. If I, for example, had to just concentrate on actually just drawing the branches, I'd get lost in that, and the tree's branches ends up looking all the same. And then I'm really now starting to bring about some textured hog hair bristle brushes to help give me the coarse grass feel of the dry grass of the Savanna flatland. Using some hog hair bristles of various kinds and various sizes, I am sculpting the foliage of these sophisticated acacia trees. And I would use my round brushes, my synthetic hair rounds, to help with the sky holes in between, in order to bring about that sparkling light, and also to help with the detail of the fine branches. So here I am just working back some lights, putting the last little bit of fine details and sparkling light in behind the trees to really just create contrast and really give that special finish that's typical of the bushveld. And then I would also like to just say thank you for watching this video right up to the end. Please like and subscribe and leave me a comment so that I can bring you more content just like this. And have a wonderful day further.